Once a curious boy visited a rich businessman's home and was amazed by all the wonderful things he saw. He asked the businessman how he became so successful and wealthy with fancy cars, a big house, and even a swimming pool. The businessman says he has a secret to success, but warns the boy he might not like how he explains it. The boy insists on knowing, so the businessman takes him to the swimming pool. Then the businessman tells the boy to look closely at the pool water. He asks him to see what's at the bottom. The businessman then dips his head into the water to look and suddenly pushes the boy's face underwater. The boy panics and struggles to breathe, and after a few moments, the businessman pulls his face out of the water. The boy is scared and asks why he did that. The businessman smiles and says, "That's my secret to success." The boy is confused and asks for an explanation. He explains that just like how the boy struggled to breathe under the water, if he puts that same effort to achieving success, he will success too. Many people get inspired by stories like this. They feel pumped up and think, "I'll be success," but soon that motivation fades and they go back to their old routine. Why? Because while motivation is like a sort of energy, it's not enough to change your life. There is a great analogy for this. Think of your life like a car. Motivation is the key that starts the engine, but just starting won't get you to your destination. You need to step on the gas pedal, which is self-discipline. That's what keeps you moving forward toward your goals. Motivation is like a quick burst of energy to start, but discipline is what you keep going for the long haul. And today I'll explain 4 points to improve self-discipline in your life. Gabrielle Oettinger's study looked at how people think about their goals and how they affect their motivation. She found that when people imagine a positive future, like achieving a goal, it feels good, but it doesn't always make them take action. Similarly, when people imagine a negative present, like their current struggles, it can make them feel bad, but it also doesn't always lead to action. So, she had 3 groups of people. One group just imagined the good stuff, one group just imagined the bad stuff, and one group did both. What she found was that the group who imagined both, the contrast between their current situation and their desired future, were more motivated to take actions. It's like they saw the gap between where they are and where they want to be, and that inspired them to do something about it. So instead of just dreaming about the good stuff or dwelling on the bad stuff, it's helpful to do both. Imagine your dream and then think about where you are now and what it will take to bridge that gap. That's the essence of fantasy realization theory. The key idea here is that when you contrast where you are now with where you want to be, it helps you to take responsibility for your actions and commit to your goals. So, by seeing the gap between your current reality and your desired future as an obstacle to overcome, it gives you the energy and motivation to work towards your goal. Thinking about where you want to be, like picturing yourself achieving a goal, can boost your energy and drive towards that goal. This can make you feel more disciplined. So, if you want to run a marathon, get six-pack abs, or start a business, imagining yourself achieving those things can help you stay focused and motivated. Next, you need to think about where you are right now and what could stop you from reaching your goal. For example, if your goal is to get six-pack abs, obstacles could include eating unhealthy food or not going to gym regularly. By visualizing these obstacles along with your goal, which is mentally contrasting, it can boost your discipline according to your evidence. In 1972, a professor at Stanford University, Walter Mischel, conducted a test and research on 4 to 5 years old children, in which researchers called the children one by one to a private room and placed the marshmallow in front of the children and gave them a deal that they will leave the room for 15 minutes, and if the children doesn't eat the marshmallow by waiting for them to come, then they will give another marshmallow. But if the child eats the marshmallow before they come, then he will not get another marshmallow. That is 1 marshmallow now or 2 marshmallow 15 minutes later. So what happened is that some children immediately eat the marshmallow, some tried to control themselves by stopping for a while, but finally they also ate, and some ate 2 marshmallows after waiting for 15 minutes. The children ate 2 marshmallows. Now researchers tracked these children and their lives for 40 years, and researchers found that the children who ate marshmallows after waiting 15 minutes, they became more successful in life than the other children who ate marshmallow before 15 minutes without waiting. So this research shows the difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification. In instant gratification, you like to do those habits and things which gave you pleasure now. In delayed gratification, you avoid doing those things and habits which you find pleasurable today but are not right for you in long term, and you do those things which are difficult for you to do today but will be very beneficial for you in long term. Now, whether it is study, work, quitting bad habits, or going to gym, but if you want to develop self-discipline, you have to practice delayed gratification so that you can live good life in future. Once there was a young woman named Lily who lived in a cozy apartment in the city. Lily loved her routine of sleeping, logging around, and doing whatever she felt like each day. But she often found herself missing out on important tasks and feeling unaccomplished. One day, Lily's friend Emma noticed her struggle and offered some advice. "Lily," she said kindly, "if you want to feel more in control of your life, you need to develop self-discipline. Don't let your mood and feelings rule your day." Lily wasn't sure where to start, but Emma encouraged her to try changing her routine. Instead of letting her feeling dictate her actions, Lily decided to take charge. She made a plan for her day and committed to sticking to it, no matter how she felt. At first, it was tough. Some mornings Lily felt tired and unmotivated, and she wanted to stay in bed. Other times, she felt distracted and wanted to procrastinate, but she remembered Emma's advice and pushed herself to follow her plan. As days turned into weeks, Lily started to notice a change. She felt more productive and accomplished. She tackled tasks head on and felt proud of herself for it. Sure, there was still days when Lily struggled with her old habits, but she didn't let that discourage her. She reminded herself that developing self-discipline takes time and practice. In the end, Lily realized that self-discipline wasn't about restricting herself or ignoring her feelings. It was about taking control of her life and making choices that aligned with her values and goals. And as she continued to prioritize discipline, she found more happiness and fulfillment in her everyday life. Researchers conducted an experiment with hungry college students who missed a meal on purpose. They split them into two groups, Group A and Group B. Then they set up a table with fresh chocolate cookies and plain carrots. Group A was asked to go to the room first and were told they couldn't have the cookies, only the carrots. Then they were asked to solve challenging geometry puzzles. Both groups thought it might be a test of their intelligence. However, the questions were extremely difficult, almost impossible to solve. The researchers wanted to see which group would give up first. Group A, who showed self-control by eating carrot instead of chocolates, mostly gave up after 8 minutes, saying that question couldn't be solved. However, Group B student who didn't have to practice self-control lasted 20 minutes before quitting, 2.5 times longer than Group A. So the takeaway is that we can't always rely on self-discipline. When we use it in one area, it can become limited in other areas. So these are the 4 points where developing self-discipline requires a balanced approach that considers motivation, delayed gratification, and strategic action. Mental contrasting and the marshmallow test demonstrate the power of envisioning goals and resting immediate pleasure for long-term success. Lily's story reinforces the importance of taking control despite fluctuating emotions. However, we must acknowledge the limits of self-discipline as seen in the experiment with hungry students. Ultimately, embracing a holistic approach is key to fostering self-discipline and achieving lasting fulfillments. I hope you guys like the video. If you find this video informative, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And make sure to click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest updates. And also comment down below which book summary you would like us to cover next. Happy reading!